As a brand, your role in customer experience management, or CEM, is to understand patterns and emerging trends to assist you in making informed strategic decisions. You also need to adapt your training programs and your standard operating procedures to drive a better customer experience. To do this effectively, you need a clear, big picture view across multiple feedback channels and across all of your locations. So what kind of decisions are we talking about? Well, you might find that locations aren't greeting and seating customers properly, so you launch a new training initiative to emphasize that. Structured survey questions are great at identifying this type of execution problem, but you won't learn about these execution details unless you ask explicitly. Using this kind of structured, score-based survey data is fairly well understood at the brand level. Let's look instead at a different kind of decision that goes beyond structured survey questions. Maybe you see a rise in complaints about unhealthy food options on your menu, so you decide to add more healthier options. This kind of emotional change in public opinion can't be planned for in structured survey questions. Instead, this will come out in text content, what we call unstructured feedback. This text content is now coming from many places. You probably get text feedback from customers for each location through your CEM surveys, or on social media review sites, such as TripAdvisor or Yelp. You may also have comments coming in from your website, from your call centers, maybe emails direct to your head office. Navigating through all these different sources to try and interpret the results can be overwhelming and a time-burdensome process. So the first thing you need is a tool that lets you collect all the content from all these sources together so you can truly see that big picture. The second thing you need is an easy way to summarize this text-based unstructured feedback. What are the biggest issues customers are complaining about? What are the positive things they're saying? How is this changing over time? The key to answering these questions is text analytics. Text analytics allows you to easily see the most common topics mentioned and understand the breakdown of positive and negative sentiment for each of those topics. So now you've got a good starting point. But the third thing you'll need is to drill down and understand the relationships between these topics, what we call co-occurrence. For example, when customers complain about staff, what are the most common topics in those comments? So now if you've got a text analytics tool that lets you include content across multiple feedback channels, gives you key topics and sentiment over time, and lets you drill down into specific issues, then you can truly start using all of your text-based content. Now combine that sentiment and topics from text analytics with the execution details coming from scored survey data, and you have full visibility into the big picture of the actual experience your customers are receiving. This lets you make truly informed strategic decisions.